Hello, I am Elaine Thorpe, and I have the pleasure of being the Dean for the College of Education and International Services, and also the Graduate Dean at Andrews University. And I am here to welcome those of you who have come today to a very momentous event. It's the first and soon to be the first annual alumni celebration, or what we're calling Andrews Across the Globe Mini Journeys, recognizing that Andrews University's homecoming includes students who may not be able to come to Berrien Springs. So I'm giving you this welcome from Griggs Hall, which is the seat of power at Andrews University because it's the home of the global campus. And Andrews University has always actually been a global campus. It's just that now, with the renaming of the School of Distance Education, the coming of Griggs University and Griggs International Academy, we are recognizing by emphasis, by mission, and really by our DNA as Andrews University of what we have always been, which is a global campus. Because Andrews has always had students who did not just come to Berrien Springs. As a matter of fact, we were named Andrews University after J.N. Andrews, who was the first missionary sent from the United States, outside the United States, to Europe to take the Advent message, the first time that the Advent message went outside of North America. It was carried by J.N. Andrews. And as a reminder of that mission, we like to always, at graduation and any of our most important celebrations at Andrews University, use the words of J.N. Andrews as a benediction. So I'm going to begin by reading these words to you. And they're going to act in a sense as our opening prayer. And now, as we set forth, we commit ourselves to the merciful protection of God, and we especially ask the prayers of the people of God that his blessing may attend us in this sacred work. This is a sacred work that takes us everywhere. It doesn't just remain here in Berrien Springs. It goes to wherever you are, whether you're just down the street in Battle Creek, like the place where Andrews University actually began as a university, or if you're in Taiwan, or if you're in Australia, it doesn't matter. We want to provide education and support to you wherever you are, and to recognize that all of us are richer when we serve a wonderful, diverse multitude of people. So I am now going to introduce our first speaker, Dr. John Wesley Taylor, who is the president of Andrews University, and who himself has a very extensive and impressive background in international education. He is here to welcome you and to extend all of the blessing and message of greetings from our campus in Berrien Springs. Dr. Taylor.
Thank you, Dr. Thorpe, and greetings, everyone. Welcome to this very special event of the Andrews University Global Campus. As Dr. Thorpe was mentioning, this global perspective and the global mission of Andrews University is something that is embedded in our very DNA. And you're clearly a part of that, because from the very beginning, Andrews University has had a focus worldwide, preparing individuals to serve in different places and contexts, but always with a focus on mission, on making a difference for God in the world, and doing that in very intentional ways. Andrews University continues to be recognized as a place that is mission-focused, and we are a very much global international institution. Right here on the main campus, we have over 100 countries represented amongst our student body. Many of our faculty and staff also come from different parts of the world. And we have a physical presence in over 30 countries through our different agreements and memorandums of understanding, collaborations. And of course, we have the online division of the university to which a number of you belong as well. And so Andrews University is truly a place where you connect with the world. And I am just very happy that Andrews University includes the global campus as a signature part of who we are and what we do. And I wanted to just take this opportunity to express the gratitude that we have here at Andrews University for each of you, students, some of you at our extended campuses, some of you as our alumni. And this truly adds a rich dimension to the tapestry of Andrews University. So we are delighted that we can have this event today. We are happy that you are part of it. This is, as Dr. Thorpe has mentioned, this is a very significant year in the history of Andrews University, truly a milestone, 150 years this year. On August 24, 1874, Battle Creek College, now Andrews University, opened its doors to students for the very first time. And over those years, not only have we experienced the great blessing of so many students being part of Andrews University along with faculty and staff, but we also recognize the guiding hand of God and his blessing throughout these years. And I'm sure that that is true also in your own life and experience. As you look back over your life, you will identify moments in which God's special guidance and blessing were bestowed on your life. And so today, as we are meeting together here, we just want to express, first of all, the thankfulness that we have for you as part of Andrews University, and also acknowledge that your personal story and your relationship with Andrews University as part of our worldwide global reach is one of the most exciting and meaningful parts of who we are at Andrews University. And so we want to thank you for being a part, and we look forward to the event as it unfolds, that each aspect will first of all acknowledge God's blessing in your lives and at Andrews University. And as we look toward the future, we look to that future with confidence, with hope, as we carry forward God's mission. For we trust that the one who has guided us in the past will also continue to guide and bless each one of us in the future. So welcome and God's special blessing during this event and throughout your lives.
Thank you very much, Dr. Taylor. And just to let you know, we have people who are participating in the United States, quite a few, but we have been hearing that we have people who've joined us from South Africa and Ghana. So we welcome you. Andrews has quite a long history of ties with South Africa and Ghana. As Dr. Taylor mentioned, one of the great things about working for the Seventh-day Adventist Church is that we have a global church. And Andrews University reflects the mission of the church by serving a global population as well. We've had a number of programs in collaboration with partner institutions in Ghana, with Valley View University now, for example, and with Helderberg College, and South Africa. So we welcome you, whether you're alumni or if you're partners, people who have taught for us, you are welcome. And we look forward to a great future as we serve together. So what we will be doing this morning and a little into the afternoon, depending on where you are, that's our time zone, but I know for some of you it's evening, for some of you it's earlier than that. We're going to be talking, giving you more introduction to Andrews University Global Campus and what it can do, what we're hoping it will do, and celebrating the students who are part of our programs. We're going to give you greetings from all of the deans at Andrews University who have programs that are a part of the Global Campus, where you're going to hear, as I mentioned, stories from our students around the world. You're going to hear from Griggs International Academy. So those of you who are here because you attended either Home Study International as it was, or Griggs International Academy as it is, we'll hear from our principal and some of her support staff. And we are just so happy that you're here, that you're going to have some time with us today to learn a little bit more about Andrews University and some of the services that we provide. But we also want to make sure that we hear from you. So
And
there will be
Dr. Thorpe,
yes,
I might also mention that I have a personal and deep appreciation for Griggs and for the Global Campus because in my own experience, I am a graduate of Home Study International, today Griggs. And so I have worked throughout my professional career in various aspects of online and distance education and also international education. So the focus of Griggs, of the Global Campus, is very close and very special to my heart.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. And I want to let everyone know this. Dr. Taylor and I actually met because of his interest in distance education. He is a product of distance education in his early life, as he mentioned that to you, but he also studied distance education. And then we cemented a friendship that we developed because he developed a course for Griggs University in philosophy of Adventist education. I believe that's what it was in. Is that not right, Dr. Taylor?
That's right.
So I think from the very beginning, one of the things that people sometimes say about programs that are not campus-based is that it's difficult to infuse principles and to provide a sense of community. But I think I know, as well as Dr. Taylor, that's really not true, especially with the use of technology. One of the things that our global campus project, our global campus at Andrews University, is going to be doing over the next few years is providing that sense of community that is really at the foundation of Adventist education. Doing more events like this, so we get to know you and you get to know us a little better, and you feel a part of an extended community, because you are, just like Dr. Taylor was when he attended Home Study Institute, you are a part of our community, whether you're taking a class now and in a degree program, or whether you have, or whether you're teaching for us. You're part of the Andrews University family. And we really think it's a great thing, a great way for Andrews University to kick off its alumni weekend is to start with the Global Campus event so that we can bring all of you virtually to the Andrews University campus. One of the things we may want to, that I have also been asked to talk about, and you're going to hear more from, if you see a hand, actually, I should have her come over here. You're seeing a hand. This is Dr. Janine Lim, who some of you probably already know. Dr. Lim is herself an expert in distance education. She has basically dedicated her professional life to distance education. And she is the associate dean who is basically in charge of the global campus. I'm just a spokesperson. I speak a little bit, but Dr. Lim is really the feet and the hands of the global campus, and she's going to make sure that this event goes well. And maybe this is a little impromptu for her. She likes being the stage manager, but we've been talking quite a bit at Andrews University about the kinds of support that we need to provide to our global campus students, to students who are taking courses either at partner centers or online. And you're going to be hearing from for example, from the library later on, because we want to make sure that people have access to the library and know how to do that. So she has been really looking at ways to make the virtual community more vibrant. Yeah. I don't know if you want to say anything about that. You're going to be talking later.
I am coming on later.
Yeah, she's coming on later and she'll talk more about that. Yeah. But one of the primary purposes of the Global Campus is to make that community, that connection more vibrant, so that we really can understand that we are carrying the same message that Jay and Andrews carried to Europe. We carry through education to our partners around the world.
So maybe now you can talk about what the College of Education offers.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit. That's one of the things you're going to be hearing over the next couple of hours too, is what all is happening in each one of our colleges as far as online, distance education, and partnership programs. The College of Education is actually unique at Andrews University because we call ourselves the College of Education and International Services, and we actually include the global campus as a part of our school. So as a result, that means that the College of Education and International Services includes services for international students who come on campus at Andrews University. And as Dr. Taylor has mentioned before, we're one of the most diverse campuses, physical campuses in the United States because of our international students. It includes care for international students. It also includes all of our supervision of all of our online and off-campus programs. So that is very much a part of the College of Education and International Services. It also includes, one of the things that's fun for me is we're not just working with undergraduate and graduate degree programs in CEIS. We're actually working with K-12 programs in CEIS because we include Griggs International Academy. And you're going to hear a little bit from Griggs International Academy later on in this couple of hours that we're together too. On the college level, every program, I'm very proud to say this, in the College of Education has either an online degree program or has worked with off-campus partners. Let me start with the School of Leadership. The School of Leadership is primarily a virtual, everything they offer, master's degrees in leadership and educational administration, both higher ed and K-12, embedded leadership PhD programs in leadership, and a professional doctorate, a D-Lead. All of those programs are offered online. Our faculty are constantly working with students who may be, one day they're working with a group of students in Belgrade, the next in Serbia, the next day they're working with a group of students in Ghana. It's been a tremendous, lot of fun for me to see the international outreach in the School of Leadership. The School of Education as well, everything they offer in the School of Education, from teacher certification programs to a master's in teaching, master's in special ed, and all of the PhD program in curriculum and instruction, all of those are offered online. As a matter of fact, I believe that we are the only school, the only Adventist institution, at least in North America, but I think around the world, to offer a master's degree in special education online. We have tremendously successful and talented professors who are delivering those programs all the time. We also offer we also include a School of Graduate Psychology and Counseling. And that, you may think, is a little more challenging to offer through distance, but I'm happy to say we have a master's degree program now, which is online. And we are working at getting more of our master's degree programs online. They have been very much in the forefront of of working through how we take care of clinical challenges. But they have long had a relationship with some partner institutions, especially in the Caribbean, to offer cohorts, to offer school counseling and educational PhD and religious education and school counseling to groups of students, especially with our partner at USC. So all of our programs in the College of Education and International Students, international services, have some sort of international outreach. And this has been a tremendous blessing for me and for our faculty. You also see, if you get on our website, that many of our faculty members come from places outside the US or themselves have had experience outside, quite a bit of experience, as Dr. Taylor outside the US. This is a lovely experience for me. You will see when we come to introducing the other deans, that we also have deans who come from a various number of places in the world with a lot of international experience. So this is the College of Education and International Services. We also provide support for Andrews University campus in making sure, as I mentioned, that our international students have visas and feel comfortable on campus. We also provide support for any program that has the need for student services, for students who are off campus, or for test taking. And we are always happy to do that. Let me get into the next. Okay. All right. So we also want to make sure that in celebration of the many journeys for our alumni, we want you to share in the chat how your Andrews University or Griggs University or Griggs International Study has shaped your life and further learning. There are all sorts of inspiring memories that you've had, and we'd like for you to share those in the chat so other people can read them and maybe interact with you. We're going to share brief insights as we go along today, but we want to hear from you. And one of the things I have been asked to say is that we would also like to give a little gift from Andrews University. And to be added to the drawing for a gift, please include in the chat your full name and a preferred email address so we can respond to you after the event. It would be good to know, as you're telling us a little bit about yourself, the institution you attended, whether it's Andrews University, Griggs International Academy, or Griggs University, and where you studied, and when you studied, where and when you studied, and what program you were enrolled in. So that would be, I think, nice for us, and it would be good for the other people who are here, who are students to see too, because one of the things we want to do is we recognize already, those of us who work in the College for Education and International Services, we already recognize that we have a great collection, a family of students who are not here on our campus, but we would like for you to get to know each other a little better. So if you will do that, that will be a great thing. It is now my pleasure. She was. We have a, she's here, she's there. It's all now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Andrea Luxton, who currently serves in the North American Division and coordinates higher education. But in another life, Dr. Luxton was president of Andrews University. And in a life before that, she was president at Berman College. And in a life before that, she was president at Newbold. So she herself also has quite a bit of international experience, and she is here just to greet us and to share. Dr. Luxton, the time is yours. She's muted. So we are working on unmuting Dr. Luxton. Okay, Dr. Luxton, if you want to try now. maybe you can unmute yourself.
There I am,
There
and
she-
now I can
There
speak.
we
Thank
go.
you very much.
There we go. There we go. Very good.
Well, welcome everybody. It's a pleasure for me to say a few words at this important event at the beginning of the alumni weekend and also celebration of 150 years of Andrews University. I'm going to go back a little bit in history and look at really some of the early roots of the global campus. When I was a child, I grew up with a little poem or ditty that some of you may know, and it goes something like this. For the want of a nail, a horseshoe was lost. For the want of the horseshoe, a horse was lost. For the loss of the horse, the rider was lost. For the loss of the rider, the battle was lost. And all for the want of a horseshoe nail. All right, now why do I say that? So, my first introduction to Andrews University and its global campus was when I was 20 years old and I was in Africa. I was in Aswa, which was just before Babcock University was born in Nigeria, and they offered Andrews University's degrees. And before that, I really didn't know anything about Andrews University. But the president of Andrews University came along and visited because Andrews University degrees were offered. Those were way, of course, pre anything that was online. It was 2 weeks to get a letter from Nigeria through to even England. But he spoke to me and he said, why don't you come to Andrews University? It's such an international campus. So here he was in Nigeria inviting me to come to Andrews. And it gave birth to a dream for me. And I ended up coming to Andrews University. And it was the dream of the professors at Andrews University that I go back when I went back to England, which is my home country. And it was the memories and the connections from there that eventually ended me coming back to Andrews University and as provost and then president and so on. So if I hadn't way back there had the global campus connection in Africa with Andrews University, my career, my life would have been very different. And I think that is what Andrews University has done for many individuals over many years. It has enabled individuals across the globe to connect with each other, to connect with Adventist education, and make links and connections that has really driven not their own personal careers forward, but also the Adventist Church. That is what the global campus of Andrews University has always been, and still is today. Now it doesn't take 2 weeks for communication to happen from Nigeria and Babcock University to get to Andrews University. It doesn't mean you have to fly there to actually connect and talk to somebody. Now it is different, and Andrews Universities has changed and moved with the time. So its global campus is now cutting edge and connected to what is needed now for the church and for all of you in many parts of the world. So I'm really excited that this event is happening, and I'm very pleased that Andrews University is continuing to take future steps to make sure that it's relevant. And it's doing that really because this is what is good. This is what is good for the Adventist Church. This is what is good for the global church. And hopefully your connections wherever you are in the world with Andrews University will both be fruitful and connected, and you will find that you are able to do more in whatever mission you are engaged in because of your connection to the global campus. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your events. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Luxton. So one of the things that we've had at Andrews University, we've been very happy and blessed by having presidents who have a very extensive international experience. My first experience with Andrews University was when Dr. Niels Erik Andreasen was president. And of course, he had many years of experience. He was from Denmark. And then I had the pleasure of serving with Dr. Luxton. I now have the pleasure of serving with Dr. John Wesley Taylor, who he mentioned that he was a student of Greeks and Home Study International as it was then, but he also is an expert in international education and has lived most of his adult life outside the US, serving in Central America, traveling in South America, serving at the General Conference, and traveling in Asia quite extensively. So this has been a real blessing. We have people who are grounded in international education, serving in the presidency of Andrews University. It's a tradition here. Now what will happen over the next 15 minutes is that you are going to hear from our wonderful deans at Andrews University, who all appreciate their international students, and we'll talk to you a little bit about the programs that they offer in their schools. We're going to begin with Dr. Amy Rosenthal, who is not able to be here, but she has recorded a greeting. Then we will go to Dr. Emmanuel Rudat-Sikira, who I can see is here, and he will have the floor. And then we will go to a general discussion, and later you will hear from the College of Professions. So we'll turn this over now to Dr. Amy Rosenthal.
Hi, my name is Dr. Amy Rosenthal, and I'm the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences here at Andrews University. We are so excited to be with you today as we celebrate our Andrews University online alumni. The College of Arts and Sciences is excited to be part of the new Andrews University Global Campus. Our college offers a select group of flexible online undergraduate and graduate programs designed to further your preparation for careers in a variety of fields. Committed to providing a rigorous curriculum within a faith-based context, enriched by opportunities to work with experienced faculty, CAS online programs are tailored to the needs of adult students like you, while encouraging critical thinking, advanced skill building, and interdisciplinary conversations. I'd like to share just a few of our programs with you. The Department of Religion and Biblical Languages offers programs that can be used as a foundation for advanced seminary studies, including prerequisites for the Master of Divinity or MDiv program, the MA in Religion, and the MA in Pastoral Ministry. The BA in Religion is ranked number 25 by Best Degree Program Report and is the top-ranked online religious studies program in the state of Michigan. In addition to the bachelor's degree, the department offers an associate's degree, as well as 6 different stackable credentials that allow students to gain specialized religious and theological training, creating flexible entry and exit points to Adventist higher education. These credentials benefit students in non-religious degrees, as well as church members seeking personal spiritual growth or leadership preparation. Another one of our programs is the Master of Social Work. This year, we have the highest enrollment in our School of Social Work from its 50-year history. Currently in our 3rd year, the online degree program admits students from around the world. We particularly want to welcome pastors and teachers who may be interested in a career change or want to elevate their ministry and work with more practical skills using a highly marketable Master of Social Work degree. We also offer a master's degree in community and international development that trains people to work around the world in various aspects. We'd love to have you join us in any of these programs. And if you're already a graduate of Andrews University and the College of Arts and Sciences, you have joined your profession equipped with the ability to articulate and analyze the philosophical and practical dimensions of your discipline. Even more importantly, however, I hope that your experience at Andrews University encouraged you to invest in a life of service and that you have used your gifts and talents to be a true world changer. Thank you for being part of our Andrews University family.
Thank you, Dr. Rosenthal. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Dean for the College of Health and Human Services, Dr. Emmanuel Rudat-Sikira, who himself has quite a story of his own personal experience with international education. But he's going to also share with us an overview for CHHS and their program and their commitment to global education. Dr. Datsyukira, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Thorpe. For some of you, it's morning. For others, it's afternoon or evening. So I'm going to use the Australian greeting. Good day. Good day, everyone. Good day, especially graduates from the College of Health and Human Services. My name is Emmanuel Datsyukira. I have the privilege of serving as the inaugural dean of the College of Health and Human Services. The College of Health and Human Services has 5 academic units. The first academic unit is the Department of Medical Laboratory Science. The second academic unit is the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders that houses speech, language, pathology, and audiology. The third academic unit is the School of Nursing. The fourth academic unit is the School of Rehabilitation Sciences that houses physical therapy and occupational therapy. And the fifth academic unit is the School of Population Health, Nutrition, and Wellness. My faculty appointment is in that school as a tenured professor of public health. My background is in medicine, international health, and public health epidemiology. I have been in all the regions of the World Health Organization, either teaching or conducting research or evaluation. In the College of Health and Human Services, we are glad to be part of the global campus community. We offer 9 online programs. Number 1, Doctor of Nursing Practice Leadership Track. Number 2, Master of Public Health in Nutrition and Wellness. Number 3, Master of Public Health in Health Promotion and Health Education. Number 4, Master of Science in Nutrition Science. Number 5, Bachelor of Science in Public Health. Number 6, Medical Laboratory Technician to Bachelor of Science in Medical Laboratory Science. Number 7, Registered Nurse to Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Number 8, Medical Technologist Certificates. Number 9, Culinary Medicine Certificate. At Andrews, we have the best professors who combine rigor and grace, who are grounded in the Word of God, and who facilitate the learning of their students with eternity in mind. We are committed to do everything in our power with God's help to ensure that students achieve their educational goal. May God bless you, and may God bless Andrews University.
Thank you so much, Dr. Datsyukira.
You're welcome.
Yes, I think it's a wonderful thing for us to be able to show to all of our international students who we are. They may see our names, they may see when they go to a bulletin, they see, oh, the College of Health and Human Services, there's Dr. Datsyukira, but to hear from him, to see him, to see Dr. Rosenthal, to see the president, Dr. Taylor, and I hope to see me too, although I'm not counting on that one's too high, but to see and know that we care for you and that we're able to share that with you. We're going to be going into in a few minutes, some discussion, we're going to hear from students in a few minutes. But before we do that, I want to talk, first of all, I want to go back because we're getting a lot of comments in the chat. And that is great. And I'm seeing things that are coming up. People from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to say hello to you. People from Babcock University. And I visited Babcock University before, just as it was becoming Babcock University. Hello to you in Nigeria. We already know we've had Ghana represented and South Africa represented. And I wish I could see all of the Barbados and the Dominican Republic are here. I wish I could see all of you and say welcome to all of you. We will have some time a little later to do a little blessing, sharing a blessing section, which will give you a chance to be spotlighted a little bit and share. And I hope you'll be able to stay for that. But just to remind you what we would like for you to put in the chat if you've come in a little late, because we know that there are going to be people coming and going. And we would like to put as many people as possible into a drawing. We want to cost Andrews University a little money. It's a good thing sometimes to do that, to provide a gift to people who are coming to us from who knows where in the world. We're happy you're here. If you can put your full name, a preferred email, so we can respond to you after the event, the institution you attend, because remember here, we're not just talking about Andrews University, but about 12 years ago, I've marked this on my calendar, Griggs University and Griggs International Academy merged with Andrews University and became the School of Distance Education. As the past president of Griggs University and Griggs International Academy, I'm especially welcoming our Griggs students who have come and want you to feel as welcome as Andrews students. Put down whether you were with Andrews or Griggs International Academy or Griggs University, the location of study, the campus, the affiliated program, and whether it was online or through an affiliated campus, and your last year of study at Andrews and the degree or grade that you attended. And we would love to see those things. I'm sure people who are attending, your fellow alumni of Andrews University and Griggs would also like to see that. I'm going to invite those of you who are faculty, because I actually have seen a few faculty members from our extended campuses. I've seen some of you. So, and I've noticed your names coming through. So I want you to do the same thing. If you're a faculty member from one of our extended campuses, please put your information there too. And now I think we are just about at the time where we are going to hear a little bit from our students. We have a video of students from various places in the world just talking and sharing. And some of these people you may recognize. I hope you do. And later, maybe when we have a chance to talk, we'll hear from you too. So, Dr. Lim.
I chose Andrews to study because
the fact that it was faith-based.
It helped to integrate faith and learning.
So they'll tell you Andrews University is the best Seventh-day Adventist university in the world.
I love the Christian environment and the Seventh-day Adventist support.
The ability and the flexibility it gave me.
If you are a family man like me, very busy, then you also have that flexibility of
don't sacrifice quality for convenience.
It's allowed me to live my life, make a living, and yet get this advanced degree that I needed.
For those that are thinking about, am I too remote? I don't think there would be anyone even more remote where we were on this little island.
But the interactions we're able to have, the forums that are set up, the opportunities we have to connect with each other and connect with our professors makes this a world-class program for me to not only grow academically, but to grow spiritually and in a variety of different ways as well.
One of the most important aspects for me in doing this program was the ability and the flexibility it gave me to both be with my family, which is number one and most important for me, and also to accomplish the demanding work schedule that it takes to work in administration in the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Canada. And the professors were always very open to the opportunity to communicate with them at times that maybe wouldn't be your standard in-class hours.
when you submit your work, the feedback you get is amazingly speedy.
I think the program is well organized, and the professors and just the leadership on our campus, they have great communication. I've tried to take a few classes, a few courses on other campuses and at other universities. The communication is not there. The structure is not there. But our team and our program is well structured. You know what you're getting into.
We're told in Africa, I'm from Ghana originally, so they'll tell you Andrews University is the best Seventh-day Adventist university in the world. And I said, I need to be there.
And they were consistently, constantly encouraging. And they kept saying, you know, we see something in you. We want you to keep pushing yourself to finish, to do what you can to finish not only your master's, but your PhD. And that really helped because they saw me as more than just a student. I was a person. I was someone that they would check in on a personal level just to make sure that I was okay when I was going through different things in my life. And that makes a huge difference because you're not just a number, you're someone to them.
I've always wanted to pursue further studies after I finished my master's degree, and several universities came out with great possibilities and opportunities. And as I looked at them, I realized that there were several things that drew me to Andrews, predominantly the fact that it was faith-based and Seventh-day Adventist, but also beyond that, the biggest draw for me as well was the online opportunity.
I loved the experience here. I've graduated here previously with my master's and my bachelor's, and I love the Christian environment and the Seventh-day Adventist support.
So I happened to be just with a friend, and the friend said, why don't you try and apply to Andrews? And within a very short time, she'd responded and said, we would be honored to have you in our program.
I moved from being a superintendent of education to being the associate director of education for the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Canada. So my travel schedule became much more hectic, which meant I needed more flexibility.
When I came to the United States in 2014, all this while I had ministry in my heart. So when in 2017, I had the privilege to do online program with Andrews, I said, here is it. I can now do the religion, which can help me to become a pastor. I'm always online. I'm still online, even though I'm here standing in Andrews University campus.
When I was in grade school, I was diagnosed as dyslexic. And so school was never a particularly easy thing for me. However, every level that I've continued in education has become better, I guess you might say.
And I think maybe one of the biggest questions that anybody has at this, when they're retired or whatever, is, can I do this? Do I still have the mental capacity to do the memorization, to do all the reading, to organize my class schedule, to finish the assignments on time? So it's not just getting a degree so that you can be a teacher or that you have some letters behind your name that will get you a better job. When you're older and you're retired, you're not thinking, I wasn't thinking in those terms. I was thinking about what I would like to do for myself. And it was just finishing up unfinished business.
I decided to study online because it was more along my learning style. I was homeschooled, and so in classroom just felt a little overwhelming. For me, it was a great experience. It just felt a little overwhelming, and just having that alternative to study online and study at my own pace was amazing. It was great for people who have alternative learning styles and needed to alter their schedule. But also I started to work and I became a mom. So it was absolutely great that they had this opportunity for us to just catch up and just something that really paired with our real world experience. I was no longer a traditional student. So I needed something that would fit my schedule.
What I appreciated, especially about Andrews, was that every single professor that I took classes from had a spiritual focus during their coursework.
I started hearing about prior learning credits, and I thought, maybe, just maybe with prior learning credits, I could make this work. And so that made it possible.
The fact that I have been a student online and now I teach online, it has given me a lot of ways to kind of see it from both sides and include my experiences I've learned from online into the way that I'm teaching online.
I was a vice principal when I started, and then I did a year of teaching at a different school and then moved into being a principal the past 3 years. And it is a balance, trying to figure out how to fit in the studies, but the professors and the program faculty are so accommodating, knowing that the majority of people that enter this program are working professionals. So your classes are either going to be later in the afternoon or evening, and then you have the opportunities to finish the work outside of the time that you're actually doing your day job. And one of the coolest things I really enjoyed about the program that I've been in is that it connected so well with what I did every day. So everything I was doing on a day-to-day basis at work was directly correlating with what I was learning in the program. So
I'm from New Zealand. There was someone from Taiwan, someone from Japan, someone from the west coast of the USA, someone from the east coast of the USA, someone from central USA, someone that had been from Africa or had trained, and he works for the General Conference in America. And then we had a younger woman from South America who was very strong in mission. So we had such a broad spectrum of people. We have such a diversity of experience when it comes to discipline areas that we represent, but also from locations around the world.
Biggest advice I could give someone starting an online program, or if they're unsure of what it will do or what it will look like, take your courses and take a look at it one course at a time. Break it down in a way that doesn't seem overwhelming, and the hardest part is starting.
We fund and help fund students to attend Andrews University in their master's degrees. And what I tell them is you need to, first of all, take a look at what it takes to complete a degree. You know, how much is that? And then figure out how you can pace yourself in such a way that you feel that you're going to be able to put God and family first, and that your work's not going to suffer because of it. But in the long run, you can just chip away at it in a way that's going to allow you to feel successful at the end of the day. And so far, we've had great success with our students through Andrews University, graduating with master's degrees and various graduate studies that have done work through Andrews through the online component, which is fantastic.
It is definitely an intense situation. However, it is really gratifying to do all the learning and then to get the advanced degree, which can take you to the next level of your career.
Always keep learning, never quit.
It's wonderful to hear stories from students, isn't it? And you heard from that video clip, people who are coming from many different places, from Africa, from Australia, and from Canada, from almost, we have students in basically every continent. The only continent I think we haven't yet cracked is Antarctica, and I'm not sure how to do that with the penguins. We might have to figure that out, but right now we don't have any penguins, but we have people from every continent, and you saw at least 4 continents represented on that clip. We also have a number of people who have joined us who have been writing in the chat, and we have from Nigeria, I mentioned that before, but not just from Babcock University, from other places in Nigeria, from Trinidad and Tobago, from Berrien Springs. I have to say, we have a couple of people who are in Berrien Springs and who are studying remotely, sometimes because of family commitments and sometimes because they prefer it that way. As you heard, a couple of students do prefer it that way. We have a student who is students who are graduates of our religion program, students who are graduates of our DNP. Dr. Rudatsukira will be very happy to see. There's commentary, Dr. Rudatsukira, from a DNP graduate. You should look at the chat and maybe make a connection. Graduates from our connection with USC in Trinidad, who graduated even in engineering, and a lot of education graduates. We're really happy to see you. Just to remind you one more time, if you haven't done this yet, we really want you to put your name, your full name, in the chat. Give us an email address contact for you, because we're going to do a little gift giving, and we would like to give as many gifts as we can. So we'd like to have a way to contact you. The institution you attended, whether it was Andrews University, Griggs International Academy, or Griggs University, where you studied, and what you studied, and the last year or when you finished at Andrews or Griggs, and the degree that you earned. So we still have time to hear from you, and we're going to basically, we have someone from Zambia, from Vera from Zambia. We have David from Nigerian, but you're living in New York. We welcome you. As I mentioned, we have a graduate of the DNP program. So keep putting comments. And one of the things I've also noticed, I love this. Some of you are chatting with each other. That's a good thing, especially if you see one of us you know and you haven't talked to for a while. Please let us know. As a matter of fact, any of you who are coming in from South Africa, if you are a part of the Griggs cohort in South Africa, I want you to say that, because my years coming to South Africa and working at Bethel College are some of the best of my life. I really enjoyed that. And there are so many pastors that I got to meet and to hear and to talk to. I wish I could sing the way that, with the kind of joyous voice that I heard when I was in South Africa, but I can't, and I won't attempt to do that right now. So please put your name, put your preferred email, the institution attended, whether it was Andrews University or Griggs International Academy or Griggs University, location where you studied, last year of study at Andrews University in the highest degree, or the program and the program you attended. So I also want to, I think we have Noma in Indianapolis, Indiana. She was from Zimbabwe. This is just terrific. This is just terrific to see the people who have spread out. One of the other things that's terrific, and the reason that distance education now is so popular, is people don't stay in one place. I've been noticing in the chat, students who start somewhere and end up somewhere else. We have Alicia Adams, who is Director of Marketing at Pacific Press. Welcome, Alicia. And you took a class through Griggs when you were at SAU. Well, congratulations. That's terrific. That makes you a member of the family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's really good to see you. And as I said before, if you are a teacher, if you are a faculty member, let us know that too, because we want to share a little bit of love with you as well. One of the things that we're going to do during this time, because we recognize that people cannot come and just stay with us for the full time of this homecoming event. So we're going to be having people coming and going. So for those of you who are able to stay with us, you may hear me reboot a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to give greetings for those of you who came in after the greeting at the beginning at 11 o'clock. So we want to welcome you to this very first, this auspicious event, which is the first, and we hope annual, it will continue to happen, homecoming event for the Andrews University Global Campus, which includes Griggs University and Griggs International Academy, all as part of the lovely umbrella of the Global Campus at Andrews University. I am Dr. Elaine Thorpe. I am speaking to you from beautiful downtown Berrien Springs in Griggs Hall. And behind me is the thing, if you come to our campus in Berrien Springs, Michigan, that you will see when you come in the front entrance. And one of the things you should notice, I love this photo. One of the things that you should notice is that it carries a big, and that's because of our international students, because of our global campus, whether you're a student who comes on campus at Berrien Springs or studies remotely with us through an online program or one of our partner sites, you are the reason that we are considered one of the most diverse universities in the United States of America. And we are very, very proud of that. We embrace our diversity, and we are better because of you. You make us who we are. And this is our attempt with this first homecoming event to recognize the importance of our international students. I'm going to read you something I read at the beginning, part of our reboot. Andrews University is named after J.N. Andrews, who was the first missionary. He's one of the founding fathers of the Adventist Church. But one of his most significant contributions to the church was that he was the first person who took the Advent message outside of the United States. He went to Europe as the first missionary. And at Andrews, because we want to recognize our mission, which is a global mission, this benediction, we call it the J.N. Andrews benediction, these words that he wrote as he was setting off on this new project of spreading the word of God outside of America, he wrote this benediction, and we recite this, we read this at every important event at Andrews University. All of our graduations and our convocations, any serious event. So I'm going to read this as a sort of part of our reboot and our welcome to you, and as a beginning prayer, as our beginning prayer, not the ending prayer, but our beginning. And now, as we set forth, we commit ourselves to the merciful protection of God, especially ask the prayers of the people of God, that his blessing may attend us in this sacred work. Amen. And we ask for blessings for you all the time because we know that the people of God cover the globe. As we were saying at the beginning, as we have called this homecoming event, there are many journeys, and those journeys take us around the globe. And we welcome you, no matter where you're from. You are welcome. You are part of the Andrews University Extended Campus. We want to even find better ways to serve you. That's why we began the Global Campus, to make it so that we could serve international students who come to Berrien Springs, but also make resources and support available to those of you who don't come to Berrien Springs. We want you to still have an Andrews University experience. We want you to have a Griggs International Academy experience. We want you to feel part of the extended family that doesn't just, it only starts here in Berrien Springs. It doesn't end here. It extends to Canada, it extends to South Africa, it goes to Zambia, it goes to Zimbabwe, it goes to Trinidad and Tobago. It goes anywhere there are people who wish to extend their educational opportunities. We are happy to do that. We want to do it even better. And that's what the Global Campus is trying to provide for you. In a few minutes, I don't see him here yet. He's not in yet, but you will be hearing from Dr. Wagner Kuhn, who is our Chief Academic Officer. Actually, because we're very happy that we have so many people. I'm sorry to say this, Dr. Kuhn, but I'm glad that we have so many people that I cannot see your name. So I will apologize that I did not see your name, but I'm actually glad. So Dr. Kuhn is going to give us a greeting and to welcome you. I should tell you that Dr. Kuhn also has his share of experience with international education. He is from Brazil, but he doesn't, his work in Adventist education and for the Adventist Church goes way beyond Brazil. So I want to welcome him now, turn some time over to him, and let him tell you himself what his experience has been with international education. Dr. Kuhn.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening for all of you, those who are present here. It's a blessing to be connected. You know, as God sends his rain and his sunshine and the light of the moon around the world, and as we are connected, we can see the blessing of a big family. Andrews has been a blessing to me because when I first came to the US, I also came to Andrews University, and Andrews University has connected me to the world as well. You know, not only with the English language that I learned, mostly here at Andrews University, you know, trying hard to present and produce papers at an academic level that was, you know, passing. At the same time, Andrews University catapulted me to the world. And out of Andrews University, I went to work overseas. And as I worked overseas, you know, again, we connected with Andrews University. I remember when I was in Central Asia, in a country called Azerbaijan, we started to connect colleagues that worked for ADRA with a master's in science in administration, in community development, in international development, and so forth. For many years, you know, only from one country, I believe we have partnered and able to graduate maybe 12 nationals from Azerbaijan from an Andrews degree. I know that at least 2 of them are working in the US. Another one is working for the UN as a peace negotiator, you know, serious stuff with wars and the like. One works in an embassy in Washington. They came through ADRA, working with refugees at that time, connected with Andrews University, and serving God by serving people around the world. So I welcome you. I hope this experience that you have with Andrews University will also connect yourself with God, First and foremost, connect yourself with your neighbors, with your colleagues, with organizations that work in the community, in different businesses, in different educational models, and that you will be light to enlighten your corner where you are. So I say again, may God bless you. May you be touched, and may Andrews be a vehicle that connects both of you with the professors here, and may we also encourage those who are engaged in education. All right, I think my time is up. God bless.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kuhn, for the welcome and for your support of all of the activities of Global Campus online, around the world. And we're just really grateful for your leadership. So now we want to spend a little bit of time again talking about Global Campus. And this time you're going to hear from a couple different people. I'm Janine Lim. I'm Associate Dean in Global Campus.
And I'm Christian Stewart, Associate Dean for International Education at Global Campus.
And I'm going to share some slides here. And we want to talk to you a little bit about, what is Global Campus? Many of you, as we can see, are participating and have been participating in what is Andrews Global Campus. We didn't call it that before, but it has been, as Dr. Thorpe said, it has been all along. So we just want to share with you a few little thoughts here on this. The first is that, the world is changing. It's not just because of COVID, but certainly COVID did a lot of change in this area. It used to be that we had a very clear line between, you came to Berrien Springs to study, or you were at one of our partners, sister institutions or other locations, and you studied there, or you were studying online. But now, as we've tried to capture with this little illustration, you could be floating between all of those. You could do a little bit face-to-face, you could do some online, you could be studying at one of our other partner institutions, and all of that could be swirling around. And because of that, we really need to be working together in these different modalities so that students have a smooth experience. So that's one of the things that we're working on. So what is this new Global Campus? It's really a simple way to say it is everything that Andrews does that's not here, and also some things we do that are here. Our international student services, that as well as the services that our support department provide to main campus students. But primarily our activities that are global, international, online, and not here in Berrien Springs. So why are we doing this? Why a global campus? As you know, as many of you have experienced, you can see it. The Global Campus extends the educational access beyond the physical boundaries of Berrien Springs. What we're doing here, it allows us to offer these programs and resources across the different locations, and we're wanting to improve the continuity as people jump locations, and also to meet the increasing demand for all these different options of remote, online, hybrid learning. So what are we working on with the idea of a global campus? We do want to really beef up our services to our students who are not here in Berrien Springs, that are outside of our main campus. We want to make that a little easier. We want to also be growing our appeal to the market of adult students. Many of you are representing that target audience right here, and we're so glad you've come to share in this alumni celebration. We also are working on our technology, always wanting to improve what we can do there, and to be able to offer diverse career training, degree completion programs, continuing education, all of these areas.
And I'm really excited when it comes to the Global Campus to talk about the focus on supporting our international. And when I say supporting our international students, I'm talking about all of our international students. So underscore all, meaning the international students who come to Berrien Springs, to our main campus, and are supported by our international student services, as they always have been, but also students in programs abroad, distance learning opportunities, in campuses around the world. We're glad to support all of those students. And with the post-pandemic world, we're glad to support students somewhere in between, where you may be a student who starts a program outside of the US, either in a distance learning situation or at an offsite situation. And then you transfer to Andrews, or you come to Andrews for another degree. No matter where you are in that journey, you are an Andrews University student, and we're so glad to support you in that journey. I mentioned the post-pandemic world. A global campus is especially important at this time because of the new challenges, but also new opportunities for international students. So new challenges, and some of you out there might know what I'm talking about. Challenges with visa delay, for instance, or even increased rates of visa denial in certain parts of the world. Even if you are able to get a visa, enduring constantly changing immigration policies. So lots of new challenges that have kind of emerged from the post-pandemic world and have stayed with us, but also some new opportunities, more flexibility in being able to start a program outside of the US. Maybe the visa didn't come through the first time, but you're able to start that program. And then when you do get the visa, 6 months later, whenever it is, you're able to come to the campus. So we're helping our international students navigate this complex post-pandemic world. And in doing that, the Global Campus is focusing on new synergies, combining, streamlining, unifying already existing offices and centers on campus, bringing them together as one team, to put it, to serve all of our international students no matter where they are. And that involves joining international activities and initiatives, expanding online delivery, so making more options online for our international students, whether you're intending to ever come to the Berrien Springs campus or you're going through one of these challenges that I just mentioned. Having more options, that's what we're interested in doing, is giving you more options. And also, the Global Campus will help manage international partnerships, our relationships with off-site locations, off-site institutions that will house Andrews programs, and that you may study there and never come to the Berrien Springs campus, or you may study there a little bit and come to the Berrien Springs campus. But our focus will be on creating good communication, transparency, clarity between Andrews, the main campus, and the off-site location, all in the best interest of the student, so that the journey, the academic journey, no matter where you are, is smooth as possible. And in kind of looking at the Global Campus support for all of our international students, I think it's really useful to look at the range of perspectives. And I really see this as a global to local support system, where the Global Campus supports Andrews students outside of the US in any learning context, no matter where you are, no matter what your journey is. And again, you may never come to the Berrien Springs campus, but you are an Andrews University student. Then, of course, we have Andrews University students coming to Berrien Springs. So a big part of the Global Campus will be to guide international students through the visa process, which can be tricky at times. And then, of course, welcoming our students to campus, but not stopping the support, to offer ongoing support for our international students throughout their academic journey on campus. And then when they finish, most of our international students have the opportunity to work in the US for a little while, a year usually, sometimes even a little bit more. And our support doesn't stop there. So global to local, and perhaps a little bit more out to global again. So I want to wrap up Dr. Lim's and my time here, giving an overview of the Global Campus by highlighting the offices and the centers that have come together. Now, these offices and centers existed before, but they're coming together now to form this Global Campus, this unified focus. And those are the Center for Adult Degree Completion, which includes the Online Testing Center and the Office of Credit for Prior Learning, the Center for Continuing Education, the Center for Digital Learning and Instructional Technology, Griggs International Academy and GIA off-campus programs, the Office of Compliance, and aspects of international education, the Office of International Student Services and Programs, and the Office of Off-Campus Programs.
So now we're going to do a little change over here, but as we're doing that, we'll turn this over to Dr. Kimberly Pichot, who is our Dean of the College of Professions.
Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you and to be experiencing this worldwide network that is Andrews University. I am the Dean of the College of Professions. And for those of you who may not have heard of the College of Professions, we house the Department of Aviation, the Department of Computing, the School of Business Administration, and the School of Architecture and Interior Design. Our professional degrees help to prepare cutting-edge professionals who are grounded in our Seventh-day Adventist values and beliefs. Whether you're studying online, off campus, with one of our global partners, or here on the main campus, your dedication to your education inspires us, and we're proud to have you as part of our community. I'd like to take a moment to share some exciting programs that we offer both online and with global partners. Through the School of Business Administration, we offer a number of flexible options, degree completion, and entire online programs. So we offer an Associate of Science in Business. We offer the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. We offer a full MBA with a concentration in accounting and finance and a concentration in health administration. And we also offer a Master's of Science Administration with 2 new concentrations this year, one in nonprofit administration and the other one in human resources. And finally, we've launched 2 years ago a PhD in business. So whatever level you are looking for expanding your business education, we do have a program just for you. These programs are designed to accommodate busy professionals and students who want to pursue their studies online without being tied to a physical campus that allows you to continue working, to be involved in your family, sometimes to follow your spouse as you continue your education. We also have a strong partnership with global institutions, allowing students to study in various regions around the world. For example, we offer the Bachelor's of Business Administration in Accounting and in International Business, and the MBA program at Middle East University in Beirut, Lebanon, and also at National Economics University and Vietnam National University in Ho Chi Minh City, both of those in Vietnam. These partnerships allow us to extend our educational reach and provide a world-class education to students on a global scale. Personally, international education has been a core part of my career and my life. I am a missionary kid, born and raised in Brazil, and experienced America for the first time when I came here for academy. I did not know how to read or write in English, and I could barely speak. So our Adventist education can carry us a very far way. I've had the privilege of working with students and institutions in a number of countries, and every time I am so deeply blessed by what our students bring to us. So I encourage you to explore these programs, take advantage of the flexibility. Let me know if you have graduated from one of our programs. I would love to chat with you. And I look forward to collaborating you in many ways to come. Thank you for joining us today. And I look forward to seeing the incredible things that you are accomplishing as part of our global community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pichot. And I have to tell you that I did see someone when I was looking at the chat from the business program at NEU. So someone from Lebanon put some information in the chat. So we'll make sure you get that. Yeah. As you can see, with all of our deans, a real commitment to global education and an experience, personal experience with global education, which really does make a difference. It's now time for us to hear from the Seventh-day Adventist Theological Seminary at Andrews, from Dr. Hirschi Maskala. He's going to bring you greetings. He also could not be here live, but he recorded something, and he's very good at recording it. So I know you will enjoy his greeting. So I'm going to turn it over to that time.
As the Dean of the Seventh-day Adventist Theological Seminary, I would love to welcome all of you to know that you are part of Andrews University big family. And you as seminarians, you are part of the Seventh-day Adventist Theological Seminary family. So welcome into that family. We love you, we care for you, we are here for you. We are the theological resource for the whole worldwide church. It means we are the theological resource also for you. Not only the library, but all with the expertise we have here. Well, we offer 6 doctoral programs. Maybe you are part of that program, but maybe you are looking forward to be our doctoral student. You can be a doctoral student in religion, in theology. You can also study religious education or archaeology. You can go into the Doctor of Ministry program or Doctor of Missiology program. And then, of course, we have many master programs like Master of Divinity or MA in religious education, or MA in pastoral ministry, or MA in youth and young adult ministries. So yes, there are plenty of possibilities to study religion, theology, and in that also Christian history, issues of discipleship, practical theology, and then systematic theology, all the doctrines and ethics that you can really know how God is good, and search more in the scriptures for what you can preach and teach and use in your ministry. So all the skills will be given to you, and God wants to guide you, lead you, and bless you. So yes, thank you for being part of that family. Remember, you are one of us, and you belong here, even though by distance, but still you are part of the seminary family. And I would like to also give you one biblical verse. It's a beautiful promise when God in Isaiah 41:13 says, I am the Lord your God, who took you by your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. So God is in charge of your life, and He is inviting you to be part of that beautiful theological seminary family, Andrews University family. So God be with you. Know that you are in God's hands. This hand is in the hand of Creator, of Redeemer. And you can know that He will give you all the skills, and He will enable you to serve, that your ministry, your life, whatever you will do, it will be always be done to God's glory. God be with you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Datsikira, especially for the blessing and the words at the end. And we want to know you that his love and his mention of how we are all covered by the same loving God and all a part of His family. is really at the heart of our global campus at Andrews University. One of the things we wanted to also do is to give you some information, which I actually think is exciting, from our library. The James White Library at Andrews University is, I am going to say, Dean Johnson, the premier library in the Adventist school system. And one of the things that we do when students are enrolled for courses at Andrews, even if they are registered in Brazil or in Ghana, they have access to the James White Library. So I'm going to give some time to you to talk a little bit about the library and about this wonderful project that you have begun, which is exciting and close to my heart as a lifelong distance education professional in looking at open educational resources. So Dr. Johnson, please.
Thank you and greetings, everyone. I am so pleased to be part of this inaugural event. Feels like we're making history in this, our sesquicentennial year. So welcome wherever you are, whatever time of day it is where you are, greetings. The tagline for the James White Library is Global Scholars Made Here. And here is Berrien Springs campus or your campus, wherever you are, but you are one of our global scholars. I would say approximately 90% of the resources and services that are available to on-site students are available to you as well. Occasionally, there is an ebook that you cannot open because the publishers do not provide services in your country. But for the most part, all of the services that we provide to students who study here are available to you. My colleague, Dr. Plantek, Zorislav Plantek, is also online, and he will be your contact for any technical issues that you might have. So he may want to put his email in the chat, but if you try to connect to a resource and it is not available for whatever reason, he is the person to contact. Hopefully you are all very familiar with the library's website. I hope that you are, and our databases are there for you to search. I want to mention 3 specific resources. One of them is Digital Commons. Digital Commons is the university's repository. It houses the scholarship of our faculty and our students. It is available for free to our alum as well as to our current students. It is so popular that before November, we will have hit 11 million downloads from Digital Commons. So I invite you to use it for your research. And it is current. It is one of the current resources that is fully open access to all of you. The other resource that I want to mention, and this is in particular for those, bonjour Paulette, okay, hello David. The other resource I'd want to mention is the Adventist Digital Library. This is fairly new to some of you. It is historical research. So we've got Digital Commons for current, and we've got Adventist Digital Library for the historical studies that you may do, and it relates specifically to Seventh-day Adventist research. So I'd like to just mention those to you, as well as the Center for Adventist Research. In the Center for Adventist Research, they will copy and send documents to you if you need them. The open educational resources that have just been mentioned, this is a big deal because we want to make Adventist education affordable. And one of the ways that the library can do that is to make as many resources as possible available to you free of cost. And so what we have done in the last year or so is to provide a stipend to Andrews University faculty who will develop course materials and make them available to their classes at no cost. We have so far 3 faculty members who are in the process of publishing their OERs on major platforms. And one of them has already been published. If you are familiar with open educational resources, you will find just search for Andrews University and you will find our published OERs on those platforms. But they will also be included in Digital Commons at Andrews University. Are there any questions before I continue? Is there anyone who is unfamiliar with the website for the James White Library or any questions about it? Yes, you can add a question in the chat. The chat service is available from about 9 a.m. our time until 4 p.m. our time as well, Eastern Standard Time at this time. There is a librarian or a student online. We will answer your question live, or you can create a ticket and we will get to that question at another time. We try to answer within 24 hours. Thank you, Glenys. Okay, it sounds like there are no questions. What we want you to know is that you are fully, your ID card, your password gives you permission to use all the resources of the James White Library. What we do not have in-house or what we do not have from the databases, we can still get for you. We can request articles through interlibrary loans. We can request through document delivery. We can mail things to you if you're in North America. We can scan and send things to you all over the world. So please know that we are here to serve you and are happy to do it.
Thank you so much, Dean Johnson. I greatly appreciate your interest in making sure that all of our students are served and that the Andrews University James White Library does not just live here in Berrien Springs.
Right.
It serves students wherever they are. So
now,
thank you.
For the alums who do not have a current Andrews University ID, there are a few databases that are available to you. One is ABI Inform. So if you are a business person or a business alum and you would still like to get business information, ABI Inform is one of the databases that we have for alum. Another one for those in the religion theology field is ATLA, ATLA for alum. These are 2 databases that are available to you by password. So again, if you would email Dr. Plantak, Zorislav Plantak, he can give you the password and you would have access to these 2 databases from wherever you are. ERIC for educators, that has now become open source, so anyone can search the ERIC database. So if you're an educator, ERIC, business, ABI Inform, seminary theology, teaching, ATLA for alum. So all of our guests online can have access.
Again, thank you
very much.
Thank you, Dean Johnson, because it's important for you to know that once you have finished a program at Andrews, you still have access to some of our resources. I think that's a terrific thing, because we don't expect your learning to end when your time with Andrews ends. We want that to continue. So thank you, Dean Johnson, for telling them what we can provide to them when they've finished, when they're an alum.
Thank you.
Yes. So now we're going to move to another section of the Global Campus, and it's my pleasure to introduce Griggs International Academy. We have Principal LaRhonda Forsey here, who is with us. She's going to talk a little bit about what we lovingly call GIA and about the international footprint of GIA and the students who, GIA, there's a difference. Almost all of the programs that we've mentioned, almost all of them, there are a couple that are mostly online, but most of the other programs at Andrews University have courses here and students here taking courses. GIA, all of the students are not, well, they may live in Berrien Springs, but they don't come to Berrien Springs for their instruction. They are instructed wherever they are. So GIA has made it just one of their expert abilities is to make it possible for students to study wherever they are, no matter whether they're in kindergarten, 6th grade, or 12th. So, Principal Forsey, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. It's really great to be here in this first Global Campus meeting. And it's nice to see so many people in the chat. So continue chatting away. I feel privileged to have been at Griggs International Academy on the Andrews campus for the last 13 years. So it's been a blessing and something that I feel very passionate about. Many people do not realize that Griggs has more than one ministry. We have online students that are studying from home in the US and around the world. But I'm not going to tell you how many different countries are represented because that's going to come up in a little trivia thing in a little bit. But we also serve NAD schools, and they partner with us, and their students do online classes. We also have cohort groups in different places in the world that study with us online. And then we have partner affiliate international schools, and those are mostly in Asia, Europe, and South America. We also have some cohorts in Africa and many cohorts actually in the US too that do with us. We are privileged to serve over 2,000 students each year. And so we are very happy. We go year round, and we have students take summer classes, and we're just always busy and having things happening here. We're going to share a video with you from one of our, I hope I have the order right, but I think it's from one of our affiliate partners in Spain. And we're really happy to have Sagunto as a partner. And so we're going to share this video, and then we're going to have a little trivia thing in between. And then we're going to share some specific testimonies from our online students. So I hope you can enjoy and make comments in the chat, or if you have questions, I'll be watching. Okay, thank you.
Please stand by. My computer's asking me for a pass.
Okay.
Hello, greetings from Sagunto Adventist College. We are excited to share with you how Griggs International Academy has been a blessing to our program. I think it's a beautiful experience for everyone that is in it, because you learn a lot of things that you normally wouldn't. You go visit places. We studied a lot of things that were interesting. We made a lot of friends. You can see a whole new world of experience when you're in the program. It's beautiful. The teachers are awesome.
I'm going to pause because I don't think that you can see what I'm wanting you to see. Is my desktop very crazy? Yeah. So sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to readjust and start again. I apologize. I'm a professional.
She is.
Oh, actually, it's because you spotlighted. I need to take
Okay, yeah, take that out. Thank you.
Let me try again. Not finding it. We only do this once a year, so it's all good. Okay, here goes. Where are you? Share Zap. It's disappeared off of the face of the earth. Okay.
Technical difficulties are just a fact of life when you're doing when you're doing anything live. So I don't know, LaRonda, if you want to set up a little more.
Yeah, give us a
because you
minute
mentioned
and
the-
we'll see what's happening here.
Okay. One of the things that's been amazing for me, it's been actually really a privilege, is that as the Dean of the College of Education and International Services, that we have basically education that goes from kindergarten through a PhD program. And so you're going to see some of my favorite parts of our educational program, which are those that are K-12 with Griggs.
Look, I'm back. And I can do this.
It will come.
It will come. Okay. So sorry.
It will come, I believe it.
Here we go.
One of the elements of faith is the hope, is constant hope for the future of technology. It even includes the future of technology. So we will get the clip. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Hello, greetings from Sagunto Adventist College. We are excited to share with you how Griggs International Academy has been a blessing to our program.
And I think it's a beautiful experience for everyone that is in it, because you learn a lot of things that you normally wouldn't. You go visit places. We studied a lot of things that were interesting. We made a lot of friends. You can see a whole new world of experience when you're in the program. It's beautiful. The teachers are awesome. The classes are very interesting. You're not getting bored or anything. It's beautiful, everything you do in there. So you guys should try it because it's worth a lot.
I'm very excited to be a part of this program. I think it gives students a great opportunity to improve their English while also exploring and discovering new cultures.
Probably the most obvious reason to be happy about is because it's been a lovely English booster for our students.
I think the way this program teaches is very good and helpful for kids to learn, but also a way that they can enjoy class together in harmony.
They engage in their classes and they're able to learn a lot about the American culture, enhancing their Greek values, which bring them a lot of growth in their lives, personally and academically.
To me, Dual has been life-changing. For the memories I've made with my friends during the trips, I've met people I thought I never would thanks to this program. So I really recommend it, not only for the opportunities of studying abroad, but to the experience itself of meeting new people, talking with your friends, and having good memories.
Thank you, Griggs International Academy, to be a blessing for our students and our community.
Thank you, Griggs! Goodbye!
Okay, now we are going to have a little bit of a trivia to see what you know. And then we'll share testimonies from some of our online students. We are so proud of our students around the world. We believe they are world changers.
All right, can you see my screen? All right, so what do you know about Griggs? Put in the chat if you know what year Griggs was founded. Who knows when Griggs was founded? Oh, you're looking at the totally wrong screen. Wait, you're looking at my screen. Hold up. You need to look at this other one here. How about now? There, can you see this? What year was Griggs founded? Does anybody know? Griggs was founded in 1909 as Fireside Academy, and later on it became Griggs, became Home Study Institute, Home Study International, and then finally, Griggs University, and then Griggs International Academy. 1909. Griggs is the oldest. No, it's not the oldest. It's the largest Adventist school in the North American division. How many countries are currently served by Griggs International Academy? If you know how many schools are currently, how many countries are currently served by Griggs International Academy, put it in the chat. Someone said 40 to 50, someone said 50 to 60. The correct answer is 60 to 70. And so we are so proud of our international presence and the diversity that is represented by our student body. Next, when is enrollment open at Griggs? When can you enroll? Can you enroll year-round, in August and September, in January and February, or the first of each month? Oh, lots of people know this. We offer open enrollment and self-paced study. So we are very flexible, and we are proud that we can allow students to work on their schedules. This is an interesting question. What synchronous events are available at Griggs? Do we do devotionals? Do we do workshops? Do we do Taco Tuesday, brain breaks, live chapels, week of prayer? Yes, you guys have it. All of the above. We are very proud of the programming that we are able to provide, and we love the relationships that develop between the staff and students, and also between the students by their live interaction. And this is a growing and evolving process, and we really enjoy it. All right, here's another fun trivia question. What grade levels does Griggs International Academy serve? Kindergarten, elementary, middle school, high school, college and university? Here we go. We have people who know it is A through D. Not all of the above, A through D. The university, we used to be known as Griggs University, and now the university has moved over to Andrews University, and Griggs International Academy serves K through 12. A through D, yeah. So Griggs International Academy is the largest K-12 school in the North America division. We moved from Silver Spring, Maryland to Andrews University in 2011, and we are so proud to be part of the global campus at Andrews University. And now we're going to, Lorenda, did you want to say anything, or should we go directly into the video?
I can just say a couple things. We're just really excited to showcase some of our students who have given testimonies, and we're very proud of them. Some of them are in the chat right now, or in this meeting even, and we just want to kind of brag about them a little bit. So we can go ahead and show their testimonies. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to do my best to do better than the last one. How about that? Share. I want a different share. Why doesn't it let me pick the right one? Share. Desktop 2. And sound. Here we go.
Hey, my name is Jane Kelly, and I live in mid-Missouri in the United States of America. I'm currently a senior and have been attending Griggs for going on 3 years. I believe Griggs International Academy is valuable to Adventist education for a few different reasons. First of all, it provides quality accredited Adventist education to students around the world. And also, Griggs has been an option when there haven't been other great options out there. It could be due to location or the quality of nearby education options. It just has filled the gap. Also, Griggs is convenient. It works around people's schedules and unique circumstances, challenges, and difficulties that normal learning institutions don't offer. Finally, Griggs is more affordable than quite a few of the Adventist learning options out there as well. So, in short, Griggs is valuable. I've personally learned, grown, and made connections thanks to Griggs.
Hi, board members. My name is Aviana Codner. I'm currently a junior living in New York. One thing that I appreciate about Griggs International Academy is the Bible course. Though Bible is a core subject for all grade levels, regardless of personal and religious beliefs, I believe that the content of each Bible course does not in any way shame or condemn other religions. In fact, in my opinion, anyone from any religious background, whether or not they're Seventh-day Adventists, can take a Bible course without feeling judged or ashamed, and they can still learn something, whether or not they agree. Additionally, I would like to say that Bible has also allowed me to reevaluate my relationship with Christ through interactive videos, interactive Bible studies, and good discussions that not only challenge my beliefs, but allow me to learn more, not only about God, but about myself and what I need to become a better person. Bible has immensely changed my view of both God, but also the people around me, and I am so excited to learn more. And though I am nearing the end, being in my junior year, I only have one more year left of Bible, I will never ever forget how much I have learned, and I certainly look forward to applying it to my life. Thank you so much for all the support that you give to our school. May God bless you.
Hey, my name is Evans and I'm in my junior year here at Griggs. I'm currently living in Zimbabwe. Transitioning to doing school online back in my freshman year, one of my biggest questions was about my social life. Would I still have friends? Would I still get to interact with other kids my age? Well, Griggs life events have been a major part of answering that question. We get to do so many different things. We get to learn, we get to have fun, we get to even worship together. Some of my favorite events are the Amazing Race, which we have annually at Griggs. That's always a blast. Taco Tuesday is also always a good time. We get to talk about different things, especially college readiness, which is a major part of what I'm looking for, especially in my junior year. And Momentous Monday is also always a very important part in beginning my week with God. So I think Griggs life events are great. We get to interact with kids from all over the world. Me in Zimbabwe, I get to interact with kids all the way in America and do important things and have fun and learn and spend time with God.
Hi, my name is Elsa Balint. I'm currently based in the United States, and I've been a part of Griggs International for 3 years now. The reason I believe that Griggs International Academy is a very important part of the Adventist education around the world is because it offers the opportunity to students that are part of missionary families like myself to have access to a great education that combines both academics and amazing spirituality. Ever since I've been with Griggs, I was able to grow spiritually in a way I've never been able to before. I've been surrounded by family, friends, and faculty that have such strong foundations in their faith and that have a beautiful relationship with God. At Griggs, we believe in to inspire, transform, and serve. We're spreading the message to serve our communities, to make an impact on the world, and to help each other grow. I feel very privileged and blessed to be part of the Griggs family.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful. Thank you, Dee and LaRonda. That's wonderful to hear from students. They really feel connected to GIA, even though some of them have never been on campus at Berrien Springs. They've never set foot. And a couple of times, I will admit this, I run across these very enthusiastic students who are who've come on campus with their parents as part of their vacation, looking for Griggs International Academy. And I've had to direct them to our building at Griggs Hall and show them where GIA is so that they can say hello to the principal and to the teachers who work with them on a daily basis and to whom they feel very connected. I think it's a really great example of how community can be created virtually. So thank you. It was wonderful to see the students. I think we're coming to the end of the formal part of our alumni event, the very first one. So a couple of you have said this is historic, and yes, it is. The very first alumni event, the very first Andrews University Global Campus Homecoming, but it won't be the last one. We hope that we can see you next year, and if we don't see you next year, maybe before that. Maybe before that. It's been a blessing to us. For those of you who have come and shared information with us in the chat, I'm going to read this one more time, just in case some of you came in a little later, or those of you who have been going, well, I don't know, do I really want to post my information? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You want us to know who you are, because you're all a part of our family, and family members don't go unnamed. They go, and they don't go unloved. So give us your name, your full name, a preferred email, so that we can reach you, the institution you attended, whether it was Andrews University, Griggs International Academy, or Griggs University, where you studied, country or the affiliated campus, when you studied, and what is the last, either the grade that you finished or the degree that you completed. So we look forward to seeing even more notes in the chat, but it's been wonderful for me during my little breaks to read some of the comments in the chat. And after this formal period of time, at 1 o'clock, we're going to let people who are the YouTube audience, we are going to say goodbye to after we do our benediction, our closing. But the rest of you, if you want to stay on and just chat a little bit and share some blessings or share some prayer requests, we want to give you a chance to do that too. So we're going to end the way we began, with those wonderful words from the person, one of the founders of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and the person who provided his name to Andrews University. And what I want to do, I want all of you who are on with me to unmute yourselves. The words are up on the screen, so you don't have to have it memorized. I want you to unmute yourself, and I want this to be a cacophony. Sometimes cacophony, if you don't know that word, it's a great word. It means noise. One of the best, for me, the best version of Psalm 100 is make a joyful noise unto the Lord, because I have belonged to choirs that, believe me, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. So I want you to lift up your voices, and as we read the benediction together, know that we love you. You are a part of the Andrews University family. You will always be a part of the Andrews University family. And so as a result of that, we invite you to stay with us, the J.N. Andrews benediction. And now, as we set forth, we commit ourselves
to the merciful protection of God, and we especially ask the prayers of the people of God, that His blessing may attend us in the sacred work.
In this sacred work. Amen. That was wonderful. I don't know. I'm seeing some of the other deans who are still on. I don't know about you, Dean Johnson. I don't know about you, Principal Forsey, but to me, that was a wonderful thing to hear.
That was definitely making a joyful noise.
Yes, definitely making a joyful noise and reading the words of J.N. Andrews. Thank you. Those of you who are listening now, we thank you for being a part of Andrews University family. And those of you who want to stay on for a little while, we want to give you a chance